You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Armadillos coming in at 7-7, going up against the Chargers.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Austin Armadillos. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Landry now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
Okay, just to make sure I'm clear, you have not voted for NFL MVP yet, correct?
I have not. I always wait till the end. I always wait till the end.
I do the exact same thing, but let's just be honest here. Does he still have a shot? Here we are, Week 16.
Yeah.
He's in the race, but is he really there?
Yeah, I think he needs a little help. It's fringe. Don't you agree?
I agree. I think he needs a lot of help. People have to play poorly down the stretch around him in terms of the other people who are the candidates, and he needs to be absolutely beyond spectacular. I think it's going to be really, really tough. But you know something? Being his team MVP, that's not such a bad thing, is it?
No, and he has been great for this team, no doubt about that. 8 quarters to prove himself. They go play action here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 5 catches, 65 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man and that's caught left sideline. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. With that, let's take a look here at the Charger defense.
Isn't it funny, Brandon, back in the good old days, we rarely spotlighted defensive tackles, but in this case we have to. Corey Liuget is one of those guys who's been a base player, taking on double and triple teams. Now he shed a little weight in the offseason, trying to get a little quicker, wants to make a few more plays upfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get scouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Throwing, Rivers. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. Rivers now from the 50. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 6 catches, 78 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
A swing pass caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Coop. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Blue Landry.
They'll send Landry in motion right. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 77 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Still a lot of football left in that affair, but we will for sure keep an eye on it. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass treat in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Legion busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Looking to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Landry now in motion right. Now they try the right side here. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times. Maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
They go play action. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guys. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Landry. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The setup to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 44-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating?
Very much so.
Defensively?
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area, and you don't want them to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just said it, he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
Play fake. Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there for the Chargers on third down. 47 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On fourth down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. And Forbath will put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step.
And he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down now after the pass completion. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play action now. Rivers looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Rivers again. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This one taken from the 7. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you on over to Orlando. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We got some football to get to. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Chargers. 49 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Johnston. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this will be caught at the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
All right, now look at 56. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kerry Hyder in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
10 yards still left on second down. They'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Fresh set of downs here.
Leopard! Now let's go!
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Back over!
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Set! Green, 39! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You're not you, you're losing. Snickers satisfies.
As we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this one is right down the middle. And that will close the gap down to 14. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's complete right side to Benjamin. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's McCarthy. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Benjamin. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing, finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slip?
And it's caught. Touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Janikowski now for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Plays there on that drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Aldon Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. Barkevius Mingo in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Now the Bills, they have added to their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now let's go.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Josh Boyd in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Good. Here we go now.
2nd and goal to go now. And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 17. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's a gain of 17 that time. And that enables them to also pick up the first. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Austin, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.